And I think we're recording. We are. Welcome to Roundtable 48. I nearly tripped up there. This is our weekly event where we let you know about upcoming changes and our plans for the coming week. And we'll also recap the previous week, which is kind of a short one because of the Easter holidays, and answer any questions you may have, within reason. So, general news this week. General chat is yet again being recorded for YouTube. So, say hi to YouTube and spam those GIFs. Downtime will be tomorrow as usual, 9 a.m. on the dot. Should be a fairly quiet downtime tomorrow, right? I don't think we've got anything major planned, have we? Have we lost a DJ? No?
No, definitely here. We don't. It should be a straightforward down and then back up again.
Cool.
Depending actually on what we quickly chat about after this.
Okay. Let's stick to the plan. We'll go. I'll take it that's an ARC thing you're going to bring up, yeah?
Yes. It's a plugin for ARC that we may be able to put in during the maintenance tomorrow. Nothing that will affect players, just to help us manage the servers a little bit better.
Cool. Okay, we'll come back to that then for the ARC section. So 7 days first. I think we'll mix these up a little bit for next week because we tend to. We've done ARC loads first, haven't we? Then we've done 7 days. So I think we'll mix and match a bit. So Darkness Falls to start with. I've reinstated the 6:30 p.m. reboot. I think, to be honest, two a day is probably about right. We've been noticing a few small issues on not necessarily all of them, but some. I think it was the no horde mode one was having some issues, so that's been reinstated. I think in the future we'll stick to that. I don't see any point in changing it. It's worked well so far. Second order of the day for 7 days. I've been doing a bit of testing, and we mentioned last week, I believe, Wandering Hordes. So I've been testing those out. It's a very small server-side mod that enables us to... It does one of two things, depending on whether it's a horde mode or a no horde mode server. So I'm thinking of putting this on the no horde vanilla first. The idea being is it will let us drop around the player, not on the player, because that would be horrible, but around the player in the vicinity. We get to drop small hordes of zombies to big hordes of zombies, depending on how we feel on the day. And I think what we'll do is we'll put them in on some sort of... I don't want to say a 7-day rotation because it's going to result in people trying to avoid them. So I'm going to go a little bit of leeway here and there, but roughly once a week you'll get a horde of zombies. The cool thing about these things is, as I say, they spawn in the city around you. They'll slowly make their way towards a heat source, so it's perfectly mitigatable if you turn all your furnaces off and stuff like that. But it's starting to get people ready for the horde mode servers and give people a taste into what to expect every 7 days. We're definitely still finding that people playing the no horde are moving on to the horde mode. So totally want to keep this kind of a training server and give people a little bit of a taste of what they're getting before they have the zombie hordes coming to destroy their base. So I'm planning on possibly getting that in this week. If all goes well, then we can look at maybe adding it to the Blood Moon server as well. Now things work a little bit differently on the Blood Moon server. It's not going to interfere with the actual Blood Moon itself, but what it does do is it changes the hordes that are actually available in the world. So the hordes get a little bit smarter, and by learning strategy, they learn where players congregate, they learn all the well-traveled routes, and you'll find the hordes gravitating towards areas that are commonly used. So depending on how well it goes on the No Blood Moon, I think we should start to explore what we can do with this, because I think it's going to have some really cool effects to the game and how people play it, and how you have to now change your routes, sneak around a little bit, not use the same paths every time. Pretty cool stuff.
I think it'll add a really nice dynamic to the servers, actually, and make them feel a bit more dead alive.
Dead alive, yes.
Yeah, dead alive, dead.
Yeah, it's going to add a little bit more dynamic to the servers, a little bit more interesting gameplay, especially since a lot of the zombies repeat behaviors very well. Some of the Horde mode bases are pretty much stock across at least 3 variations of the game now, and we know how things will path. These things will mix things up a little bit, I think, and give people a little bit more of a different play style. Not thinking of adding this on the Darkness Falls servers. I think they're nicely balanced at the moment, especially the Horde mode one on difficulty 3. Had a good look through Chris streaming the other day, going through one of the labs, and it looks immense fun. So that's changes for this week. That's about it. Continuing to monitor performance and anything that's been reported. We're really working hard now to get 7 days stable. I've got some more things coming, but news on that later when it actually happens. And we're aiming to just make them a lot smoother, a lot nicer to play on, and get things all nice and standardized. So
I've also seen. Sorry.
No, sure, go for it.
I've also seen a lot of quite cool screenshots just being randomly shared about the ongoing antics that are happening on our 7 days servers, but they're not being shared in Showcase. So I think we're missing out on a lot of cool stuff that we could use on our social. Shout out to some of the great player builds that we've got going on and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. Completely. So to recap then, really pleased with how the community and the player numbers are going right now with 7 days. Really good positive feedback. I think on Saturday we actually had more 7 days players online concurrently than we did ARC at the time. Yes.
Hey.
Yes, okay, but that's kind of a feat for us, so that's good things. But let's see if we can improve that. I had a quick look through numbers on the servers, and I think I totaled up in a rough area of around 50 active players across the servers in the last 2 days alone. So if you look at last wipe, that's a huge increase.
Oh, without a doubt.
Word of mouth is starting to spread around as well, so I've seen a few people get mates in and stuff like that. So advertisement's going to kick in soon for 7 days. We're going to start putting ourselves out there a lot more. So hopefully we'll see some new guys. I've put some new commands in the dojo you can use. I know a lot of people have been really helping out the new guys and giving them the information they need. So there's some new commands to help make that a little bit easier for you, take up a little less time. So yeah, thank you ever so much, guys. Keep it coming. Keep the feedback coming to the dojo. It's been majorly helpful. In fact, I think this season has seen the best community interaction we've had for ages. So keep it coming and good stuff.
On the topic of community interaction, would it be a good time to discuss or maybe start to mention the new role that we were talking about for Discord?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
So what we've noticed is there's a few players, both in ARC and on 7 days, that are pretty outstanding. They go out of their way to help people, and they have good knowledge of the games they're playing. And they're just generally helpful, around, available, and generally really good people. And at the moment, we don't really have any way of recognizing those players for the contribution they're making towards the community. So we were thinking of introducing a new role or a new rank on Discord. So it would be something like the Black Ninjas or the Grey Ninjas or something like that would sit near the top of the user list on Discord on the right hand side, and it would be up to us, exactly, Riku, just like that. It would be up to us to up to me, Nani, and any recommendations from the Oranges to put forward people for that role, to recognize the contribution towards the community. It wouldn't be something you automatically get. It would just be something to shout out people that we recognize, people that we feel have given that bit extra to the community.
Yeah.
So thoughts on that, let us know what you think, and we may see a few of those appear if all the feedback is positive over the next week.
Awesome stuff.
I like them.
Yeah.
I like the
All are
name.
amazing players.
I like Hollow Ninjas as well. That's quite cool.
Yeah.
Hollow Ninja.
Yeah, Hollow Ninjas.
What kind of hollow are we thinking? Are we
Well,
thinking
kind
like
of a-
hologram or
kind of a
just
holographic ninja that like is capable of like
Ah.
chameleon blending. That sounds like
Oh, that does
super
sound pretty cool.
Yes,
I
yes,
think,
Tam, you can be a Conan ninja. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Totally
there
loving the
isn't
holographic ninja.
There isn't a GIF for a Domination Rex.
John, where are you? Fix it.
I was hoping for some sort of semi-invisible dinosaur there.
That kind of covers 7 days. So if we move on to Ark, main cluster news. I'm going to keep announcing this every single week so people get the gist of what's going on. Fjordjaw, for those who are uninitiated or have been living under a rock, the official release is coming June, I believe. We're going to be running the official map. There's been absolute sort of outpour of people wanting the official map, so that's definitely going to be a thing. We will be closing down the modded Fjordjaw map once the official one launches. So start planning your bases. We have already said that people who have main bases on Fjordjaw will be given first access, so they can go and pick their spots, make sure they keep the stuff they've worked so hard to get. But prepare now. It's coming. It's not going to stop. So feedback in the dojo if you need to, and we're listening. Also main cluster then, onto things that have been happening this week. Not a lot really went on last week because we had an Easter holiday. Everyone ate loads and drank loads and generally had a hangover. DJ's been hard at work today adding in the new spawn zones for Ark, which are really cool. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that? What you've done so far, what still needs to be done?
So a few weeks ago, or more than a few weeks ago now, Sandy went round every single map and she killed herself multiple times and respawned at every spawn location on every map on the cluster and gave us a list of coordinates. Over the last week, I've been going around each of the maps and tying up those coordinates with spawn zones. These spawn zones, when you move into them, you'll be notified to say you've entered Deserts 1 or the bog easy, as in Genesis says. And when I spawned in the bog easy, I immediately got ganked by a Caprasuchus and a swarm of those annoying little bug things. So saying that was easy is a bit of a misnomer. But anyway, as of today, I have finished remapping all the default spawn zones for all of the storyline maps except Genesis 2. And these areas you cannot build in. So what this means is if you respawn at an area, it'll always be in the same location. They're fixed now, so you don't randomly teleport between about 10 different locations. And nobody else can build in that area, blocking you inside a base or getting you stuck or anything like that. Let us know if there's any problems with them, and I'll just keep rolling them out. Might be able to get another one done tonight, but hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have finished every map on the cluster. Didn't really feel the need to do docks because, well, quite frankly, bases don't stay around that long on the surface on docks.
To play a little bit devil's advocate, ask a question somebody's probably asking somewhere. Have you found any bases yet that are in a respawn?
Yes.
Respawn zone? And what's happening with those?
Okay, so
we moved the spawn zone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Right,
we're not placing these things over existing bases.
I had a feeling that would be the case, but I wanted to get it said.
Actually, watching DJ go around doing this, one of the spawn points he actually spawned inside somebody's base, so it's going to alleviate all that. The spawn points are going to be moved away from people's bases and be made no build zones, so you can't build over them, which is
Brilliant.
awesome. Now, one thing I realised we've actually forgotten.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What is the deal with the killer dodo on Scorched Earth?
Yes. What is the deal with that?
What is the
DJ's
deal?
chuckling, we're all screwed.
Exactly. Tell us about the Dodo of Doom.
The Dodo of Doom is not exactly the Dodo of Doom. It's a Doom, more like a Doom Dodo.
It's ingenious, is what it is. It's totally ingenious.
every once in a while, a pack of very nasty, highly aggressive dodos will spawn in the Manticore Arena on Scorched Earth. Yes, just like that, Krusty. And basically, when you find out which one is the boss and you kill it, it will spawn a loot chest, and in that loot chest you have a chance at some Ascendant level blueprints. So
Woohoo!
it's a nice place to farm Ascendant level blueprints.
Ascendant level blueprints, you say?
Yes, Ascendant level blueprints.
Wow.
What level blueprints?
Ascendant level.
Ascendant
Well-
level blueprints?
Yes.
Amazing.
And I did have a thought, actually. My thought was, and this came about from a conversation I was having earlier. I don't know how many people know this, but blueprints don't actually stop at Ascendant level. There's an eye-opener for everybody. Blueprints can go all the way up to, after Ascendant, there's Epic, then there's Legendary, then there's Pearlescent, and then there's Perfected.
Mind blown.
Yeah, mind blown. A whole
We've
new
been out
tier.
together for what, 5 years, and I'm just learning this now. What?
I didn't know that either.
Yes. So we may have some extra special gear popping up in that arena. Very rare chance of it dropping, but hey, you don't know till you farm it.
Extra
I haven't
special
heard of
gear, did you say?
Yeah, there's extra special gear.
Extra what?
Extra special.
You were a wizard,
is that-
Harry.
Yeah,
is that almost as
totally
special
wizard.
as you are, Dean?
Almost, not quite. However, there is a catch to this dodo, as there always is.
DJ Miller, of course there is.
It's in the middle of a PvP-enabled zone. And in that zone, you can build, and you can put down C4, you can put down traps, you can even place turrets if it so took your fancy. When the dodo spawns, any constructions will be destroyed, but after that, you can then build again. So the arena gets cleared every time he spawns. Or she. I'm not quite sure. I haven't checked its gender. Too busy running manically away from it.
I'm the same
So
with
yes.
people, don't worry.
Risk versus reward, and should introduce some fun. And what I will say about PvP arenas, take in stuff you're prepared to lose. That's all I'll say. Don't be scared to go in there, but for God's sake, don't take your best dino in there and your max level sniper rifle. Just go in there, expect a bit of fun. The dodo is not gonna kill you. Well, it might do, but you can get by with standard gear. And just have a bit of fun. I think that's all I have to say on that one.
The most
Yes,
ingenious part of this, though, is actually finding the boss dodo amongst the dodos. It's ingenious.
I did actually mess around with a cruise missile in the arena, and yes, it does work.
No,
Just don't forget which button it is to detonate the missile. Could be quite embarrassing otherwise.
Yes.
You can launch the missile in the arena, fly outside the arena, turn the missile round, and then come back down. And it still works fine.
But just don't lose track of that boss dodo. That's all I'm saying. Don't do it.
Yeah, we can do that, Krusty.
Don't turn away. Don't read a book. Don't do anything else. You keep your eye on that dodo.
The reason the different loot tiers came up above Ascendant was actually a question somebody asked about mechs. The mechs on the cluster, we're not sure what level they can spawn up to. And I had a feeling, I have yet to test, that mech levels may be based on the tier of the gear. So we will find out.
Awesome. Do we have any docs news this week?
No, we don't have any docs news this week. Once we've finished all of our spree on maintenance and fixing things, then we'll start looking at the next evolution of docs. There's a lot going on in the backgrounds with our servers that you guys don't see, that we're continually doing. Like this morning, we were writing SQL queries to tidy up our database and fix some issues in there. Like the spawn point stuff, the quest stuff is still ongoing. There's lots happening in the background. It just all takes time, but we're very nearly at the point where we feel things are running smoothly and stable, and you guys have all the tools you need to deal with any issues in game yourselves, at which point then we can start adding new features and functionality. There was a call out we made in a previous roundtable about a mod that I put a suggestion in for. And
the
now
snap points one.
Yeah, the snap points. It's got 12 to 2 votes for it, and the mods is basically it lets you snap structures to other building mods. So like when you snap your dedicated storage to an S Plus foundation, and it snaps to the 4 points on the corner. This will let you snap your dedicated storage to CKF or any other kind of building mod that we might have, so CKFS and CKFR. It lets you snap those structures interchangeably as well. And it also fixes quite a few bugs with CKF as well, in particular the triangle foundation stuff. I don't know if that's ever frustrated the fuck out of you, anyone, but it certainly has for me. So here's a quick example of what it can do for us. The images in general. If you expand that out, you can see all the various S Plus and CKF structures snapped quite nicely onto various bits of foundation work.
Oh, I like that.
That's what I was thinking. It's kind of quite cool. There's also, like I said, it fixes triangle foundation stacking for CKF. It also lets you snap fence supports to square foundations as well, which you couldn't do previously. So all that kind of stuff. It introduces snap points for basically anything and makes it all work nicely together. The mod's only 10k, 100k, so it's really tiny. You wouldn't notice. The other suggestion that we came up, that came up in the week, was the loot for the Savage Acro.
Yep.
So at the moment, the Savage Acro, all the loot drops from the boss. Now, it has its own loot table, and it has its own selection of things that drop. If we wanted to award loot directly to a player, we have to specify exactly what that player receives. And every player involved in the fight then receives that loot.
Ooh.
So while that is a good thing, it means that we couldn't have any variation in the loot table on the acro. So, like, for instance, you kill the acro and you all get the same saddle. Or you get all the saddles, or you get all the chibis, or you all get the same chibi. It's not changeable. And to answer your suggestion, Smallish, unfortunately, no, we're not going to be rotating loot tables on a boss weekly. We just do not have the time for that kind of customization.
It's a lot of work. It really is.
We're trying to move away from doing stuff like that so that we can provide content and things for you guys to do, but we need to be able to spend time to implement it and manage the servers.
By all means, if one of you is like a coding demon out there and wants to take the job on themselves, then willing to listen. But yeah.
Yeah, if there's any part-time mod developers or C+ plugin coders that are comfortable with Visual Studio, by all means, let us know.
Always looking for talent.
Mhm.
Always.
I suppose that's something we should actually bring up.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
If anybody has time on their hands and they feel like they want to contribute in some way, feel free to drop me or Nani a PM. This is the only time you're allowed to drop us a PM. And let us know what you think you can do for us, because it's like the cluster runs on, well, five people. 3 of them are volunteers. 2 of them are volunteers but have really time restricted at the moment, and then there's me and Nani who try and do this as a full-time thing but part-time, if you know what I mean. So it's keeps us all very busy.
It does indeed.
So if anybody wants to chip in or feels like they want to contribute or become part of something, let us know.
Yeah, totally. And anybody with coding backgrounds, anything like that, and massively after somebody who has a musical side to them, or is capable of, producing a few jingles or stuff like that. That's one thing we totally do not have at the moment. So yeah, all good. Yes, music, Nugget, music.
Nugget is good at playing piano.
Really?
Mm.
Really? Okay, cool. But yeah,
Nugget.
anybody who has artistic talents or anything like that, please chip in. And yeah, it's a community effort. Let's do it. So moving on again, then we'll officially get to the questions side of things. Dark Crusty, then get the hand up. We keep telling people they can do this. Let's get that hand up. Let's hear it.
Are we gonna have someone actually come up and talk?
Exactly.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it's a rare occurrence. This will be like the second.
Very good.
Right. So
Hi.
it was an idea with the arena aspect, because it's an arena. So I'm thinking at some point, if someone wants to help me out, we can get a bit of a jousting thing going on.
Totally.
Because it's a PvP zone set up anyway. And then with whenever that boss spawns, it will wipe it off, so you don't have to worry about cleaning up the structures afterwards.
Totally.
Correct.
No at all.
Yeah, because it was when I was putting the idea to duel with Sandy, I thought, hang on, why just rockets? Why not just have a full-on tournament going on, and then have like prizes and things going? Because
That's
cool. I'd happily put one of my Deinonychus forward as a prize for when I do it.
There you go. You see, not bad.
We will quite happily help with events and stuff like that, but what I would say is have some idea of what you want to do, plan it out a little bit, and we'll help you do the rest. No problem there at all. Community events are great.
Sheep jousting, I love it.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about this for a while, but because we've been PvE, it's just not been an option. But now we've got a PvP zone. The idea has been bouncing around my head for a bit, but I've not really put proper thought into it until now. Really,
I love the idea, and
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Really help promote that and help get your attendance up for it and get everybody on board. That's cool.
Plus, we've got seating as well, because it's an arena with
Yeah, it's a
seating
Good
on it.
show, yeah.
Yeah, you can sit there with people in stands and everything.
I also
Can
love
I-
the
Can I
idea
be Paul
of
Bettany?
What was that?
Can I be Paul Bettany?
Well, that
from Knight's Tale.
Oh, the hype man, basically.
Yeah,
If you want to, you'd be the hype.
ladies, gentlemen, and everyone not sitting on a cushion.
Yes.
I do like Tam's suggestion there too.
I do indeed. I'll have to check to see if grapple's enabled in there. I think it is. But yeah, that's no problem.
If it's PvP, it should be, because I know with grapple you can grab tribe mates and stuff and pull each other around.
That's actually a good idea. Yeah. See,
So
this
yeah,
is the sort of
lots
stuff
of
we
things
want.
we can do.
This is exactly the sort of stuff we want. Good ideas.
Right.
Personally,
I'm going to go. Sorry, I was going to go open paint up and get some ideas down for what I can do in the arena.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it'd be cool. Throw it in the dojo when you finish. We'll have a look.
I want to see, how would we judge a dodo punting competition?
Oh, range, surely.
So it's obviously it's on range, and you place the dodo down,
Right.
and then you run at it full speed with a tech suit, and Yeah, you just basically hit it, and whoever gets the dodo furthest wins.
Use
Yeah.
a trike, because I'm pretty sure the trike will launch it as well. You scatter shot the dodos, get a bunch of them.
Bring a Bronto and just tail swipe them.
Dodo bowling.
Toto bowling. Oh.
Right, thank you for that then, Krusty. That was awesome. We'll get to work on that then. Give us some more information. We're away.
Good.
Right.
And if
So
anybody has similar ideas for 7 days, I can certainly look into doing things in 7 days as well. Maybe. We'll see. If they're even doable.
Okie dokie.
So-
Next question. Do we have anything else? I knew Quidditch was going to come up.
Yes, Nugget. I think actually Didi can
Very
or Nani
important
can
question.
reduce the size of the acro. Make it tiny.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
You heard what now?
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
I don't
Did you
know.
say
that.
7? Cherie says it's 7 apparently, so there we go.
Yes, we can alter the size of dinos in arenas, and sometimes it works well. Sometimes it has some interesting unintended consequences.
Chris, that is genius.
But I think making them smaller might give us better results than making them bigger.
Nani,
Yes.
permission to make the Mega Labyrinth 7 Days to Die.
A mega labyrinth. Oh, right, like you were trying to do for the event.
No, better than that. Like a maze with
You can-
zombies in it and loot and prizes and traps and all sorts of stuff.
Well, we've already talked about an events map for 7 days. And I still want to implement the one night only permadeath thing we're going to do. That's definitely
For
going to
the
happen.
for the end of the season.
Yes, probably. So we'll get something together, and I'm thinking. I was actually thinking a separate server. So we have an event server.
Oh yeah.
And people can pile on, and then we have a one night only kind of insta death. So you die, you're out. Last person standing sort of thing.
That'll be
That will be cool.
Hang on, we've got a question from Dravros.
Sure.
Question for current and official Fjordjaw map.
Yep, ask away.
Are we allowed outposts, main bases in Asgard, Jotunheim, Vanaheim, so long as it's not blocking critical locations? Yes, you are.
Definitely.
And Smallish, to answer your question, no, the Arc server does not refresh, it does not end, does not wipe, it does not anything.
The Arc
None of
server
the
has
Arc servers.
it has its own cleanup system. So we have a decay system. It's based on rank, or if you've linked, and you get different times varying dependent on your rank. That rank refreshes, or the timer refreshes the minute you log in. So that helps keep the maps clean, because we made some very serious promises earlier on that we were not going to wipe the Arc cluster.
Yeah, we have not wiped it since it went public.
We've got some.
Or it went public, but
We got several players on the cluster who have lost 3-4 years worth of work on previous clusters through admins saying they're not going to wipe and then wiping. So that we take pretty seriously. So we're going to clean it. We're going to keep it fresh, and no way is there going to be a wipe on Arc.
I think actually taking the Fjorda modded map out will be the first time we're gonna take anything, like destroy anything server-wise, isn't it?
I think so.
I think also worthwhile
Well,
adding,
intentionally anyway.
because I've seen this question prop up a couple of times from people. Yes, there will be a Docs hard mode, and no, it will not overwrite the easy mode. So just to clear that up as well, that's something I've been asked a few times this week. As far as we know, it will not be overwriting the easy, will it? We're just going to have a separate hard mode server, right?
Correct. And so far, the irony of it is the general population seems to be edging towards the centre for the Docs map.
I'm not
Center's
surprised.
great.
Good map.
It's a very good map, yeah.
It's a
Which
strange map, but it's a good map.
which was our original map for dogs.
Yeah.
Well, we've clearly got good.
Was there anything else I wanted to ask about suggestions? Yes. DJ has had a memory upgrade on his PC, so I can now run the Arc Developer Kit again. So modding can resume for things like the propagator, and I had something else on my list to do as well, but I can't remember what it was. I am now rocking 64 gigs of RAM, and it's just about enough.
Excellent.
That's crazy.
Indeed.
What's the other thing, the cooker? You did mention something about having to mod the cooker.
Yes, good point. Access to the cookers, the industrial cookers in the trading posts. Unfortunately, that is not something we are able to do. The way the restrictions work is they enable people access to use the E button to access the inventory of the structure. Cookers use the E button to turn the cooker off and on. So that's never going to be a thing, unfortunately. The forges, however, are fixed and fully accessible. Yeah, that's what we were thinking, Smallish, to modify the cooker so that it uses the standard controls. That way, it'll then function in the trading posts. Could possibly tweak some of the recipes on there as well.
Apparently, Tom, you're about to die. I would sort that out.
Yes,
I have one
it's currently
question.
9:20 on Horde night on the Darkness server. So
I have one question before we all disappear.
Yep.
Gas balls
Gas balls to you too?
on chemistry benches. Can you craft them?
No, you craft them in the grinder.
There's a
that?
recipe, I believe, on the chemistry bench too.
Oh, there is.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's the table I'm thinking about, but it's disabled. I know that.
It is disabled. Okay, cool. Now the next question is, hang on, Draveros. The S+1 can make it. Okay, so somebody was trying to craft gas balls on a vanilla chem bench. That's the confusion there.
Hmm.
Oh no, the S+1 can't make it.
It was the vanilla one that can.
Aha. So
Oh god.
we'll get there eventually.
Mm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to. I'll enable that then, because there's no point in not having them craftable. They cost an obscene amount of mats, and if somebody wants to spend an obscene amount of mats crafting gas balls, by all means.
oh, balls.
Awesome.
I had a question.
Sure.
We have a question. Fire away.
The suggestion I made, it was months ago now. Will we get it or not?
Which one? Recap.
The bridge.
Oh, the bridge.
Bridge mod.
You will do. We're not adding anything in at the moment, though, while we're working on
Of course.
all the back end stuff and stability and tools to allow us to admin the servers effectively. But
Bridge,
yes,
yes.
The bridges.
TLDR.
They
Yes.
do look good.
They do look.
Killjoy is fake. Definitely. Cool. So, I think that about covers this week.
Sounds good to me.
It does indeed. You have like 10 seconds in case one question for the F2 shop. Sure, go.
I believe somebody mentioned something about something missing from the shop.
Missing from the shop.
I gotta go now, but I'll talk to you guys later.
You take care,
Have
Sandy.
fun, sweetie.
You take
See you
care.
later.
Have fun.
See ya. Specification for genders on dinos when buying them directly.
the whole point is, in my mind, is it's a bit of a lottery, and we don't have the functionality to allow you to pick your gender without doubling up the entire contents of the shop.
That pretty much sums it up.
Yep.
So massive amount of work for us when it's actually a thing in game you can work towards to get a mutator to change the gender of your dino.
Yep. I hate to say it, but I agree with.
Yeah, there's in-game things to take care of gender swapping permanently if you so wish.
Yeah.
If
Or
you
temporarily, if you so wish.
yeah,
Mhm.
if you haven't got that functionality, there is a load of people out there who do. In fact, I think it was literally a couple of weeks ago. I dropped a quick question in general, does anybody have? And they sorted somebody out for me. As in, they gender swapped their dino, not like had them massacred or something. That sounded wrong.
Now, there was somebody mentioned earlier that there were a couple of things missing from the store. One of them was a golem and something else.
One was an X-golem.
Yes, that was it.
And the other one was something.
Oh no, not something.
I also not the razor tooth.
The razor tooth. Just okay. We've tried the razor tooth. The reason it's not there is a very strange bug with the razor tooth that you will get it delivered to your inventory, and for some reason it performs its tranking ability from within the soul ball and permanently tranks out your character.
It's hang on. Whoa, that's a feature, and the way to counter that is to wear a gas mask.
Yeah, but most people don't realize this. It doesn't come with a warning. And I've had to visit 3 unconscious bodies so far, I believe.
It is a bit funny, yes.
It's freaking funny. It really is, but it's a pain, and leaving people permanently unconscious on the floor, although hilarious, is not a good look, really. I think that's CI razor tooth.
So it was the X golem, and gas balls. So I'm just making some notes. And anything else we wanted to change while we're here? Glow tails, that was it.
Glow tails, yeah.
Do you think we could commit to getting the consumables on the store this week? That's to put you on the spot.
Maybe.
I was thinking mainly meat.
Meat we can get onto the shop really easily.
Yeah.
I'll have to have a hop over to Genesis and see what's on the Hex store.
Can somebody give us a screenshot of the Hex store on Genesis in general while we're here?
Is anybody actually on Genesis?
Any Genesis will do. Let's have a look. We have 7 players on Genesis right now.
I can hop over, it's cool.
Luck potions. No, luck potions are vote rewards.
Riku's on the way.
Yep.
Thank you.
This is audience participation.
It is. Fantastic.
I like audience participation. It's cool. Right. I think that just about covers it all off, doesn't it? We haven't got anything else we want to ramble about.
Oh, I was talking to a few people earlier on, weren't we? Remember me? I don't know if I was speaking to you or I was speaking to Tom about the somebody was showing off corrupted Rexes. I think it was Maya was showing off her flexing on her corrupted Rex.
Oh, indeed. Yes, I believe so.
So, how's about we do a giveaway for a corrupted Rex?
Ooh, that sounds like.
That sounds a bit corrupt to me.
It is slightly corrupt.
Mm.
Look at Nugget getting all excited. Look.
So let's have a look then.
Thank you, Rico.
So it's a corrupted Rex we're giving away. Nothing else.
Just a corrupted Rex this week.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Might do a Reaper next week.
What level?
I would say it's going to be a max level corrupted Rex, exactly as you would buy from the shop, randomized.
244.
244.
Yeah.
224.
224. Yeah.
224.
Yep.
224.
We're not doing numbers this week. Hold your horses.
I think I'm just suggesting a level, to be honest. Now.
You can watch that later on YouTube Warfare, don't worry. There'll be a link going into general. Who wants a max level corrupted Rex?
Hey, I'm entering this as well because I haven't got one.
Cool. 2 minutes.
Yep, for the next 2 minutes. All right, let's have a look at that screenshot that Riku posted. Oh, that's not too bad, is it?
Oh yeah, it's easy.
No, it's only it's not 2 full pages. It's 1 page plus a line.
Totally.
And the stuff on the last 2 lines we've already got on the store anyway. There's cosmetics.
Oh, there we go then. Fine.
I'll have a look through. See what I can do. Put the wizard hat on.
How we doing? Oh, 16.
Ooh.
DJ's cheating. I can't cheat. The bot is handling everything. I'm just going to maybe put in our global chat. For those of you that didn't attend the round table this week, congratulations too for winning the corrupted Rex. Can we give away a laser gun?
Pew pew laser.
Pew pew. Pew 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 pew.
Where's those results? Where are they?
Still says it ends in 2 minutes.
Oh,
There it is.
Congratulations.
Okay, I will make sure one max level corrupted Rex makes its way to Dravros. Unlucky Nugget, as always next week.
The 224 Rex wilding in his base, yeah?
Yes, we're going to drop
Yeah, I
the
didn't
corrupted
specify
Rex
it was
in
going to be
his
tamed, did I?
base.
At no point did I say tamed.
You said we'd give you. You didn't say you'd like it.
So I'm just going to grab a screenshot of that and dump it into chat so we don't lose it.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. I think
we're concluding this week then.
Yes, we are indeed.
So, as usual, Tom, can you take us out, please?
Yes, I suppose I can. Why not? We have been the Wicked Ninjas. You, as always, have been absolutely awesome. Have a lovely week. Be good to each other, and we'll see you next time.
We will indeed. Good night.
Bye.